You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. So, you commit to LSU. This might sound like a dumb question, but how was the visit? I would assume it went well if it netted a commitment.
I mean, yeah, the visit was amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely got some of the best facilities I've ever seen. Just the coaches, you can tell they were real genuine. And I just had an overall great time in Baton Rouge.
I mean, you had a whirlwind, right? You went from Baton Rouge to Norman to Los Angeles, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, all right, so hit the high points of that trip and what it was like in a matter of maybe 5 days. You went from like Wednesday to Sunday in like 5 days, what it was like to take in 3 giant programs in such a short amount of time.
I mean, honestly, it was tiring.
I believe it, man.
And every trip, all they want to do is stuff your face and feed you food every second. And so, man, that was kind of tough, just not being able to work out like I usually do and do all the things. But it was kind of cool to get LSU, you know what I'm saying, it's the first visit because they got all the energy they needed from me and things like that, you know. So that it was good that I went there first. That was probably the most enjoyable visit to me.
Who had the best food?
It's between USC has some good food. We went to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, so that was pretty good. But it ain't beating that LSU food. It's not beating it.
I mean, when you come back in the spring, you're going to get crawfish. Have you ever had crawfish before?
Yes, I have. I'm not the biggest fan of crawfish, though.
We'll fix that. Don't worry about it. We'll fix that. We got plenty of time for that. Mekhi Wingo is our guest. You'll follow him on Twitter at Wingo Mekhi. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your visit and some of the impressions. And I want to talk about Robert Steeples in a second because I think we know that connection. But
right.
You got to meet Brian Kelly, I would assume. How did that visit go?
Oh, yeah, Coach Kelly, he was just a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? He was real cool, real chill, laid back. You know what I'm saying? And he talked about, you know what I'm saying, all the things we needed to talk about just clearly with football and stuff like that and how he would see me coming in on the team. So, you know what I'm saying? That was cool.
Did you dance with him like Walker Howard did?
Oh, no, I didn't dance with him.
Hey, man, let me ask you as a recruiter, because, I mean, the media has a perception that, the fans have a perception of that. What did you think when you saw the video of Walker Howard and Brian Kelly dancing? I
mean, I didn't have a problem with it. It was cool when you
right?
An actual head coach being that interactive with the recruits, you can tell he really want them.
Man, look, I appreciate you saying that because it's I can say that, but it's so much more impactful when it comes from a guy who's being recruited that it makes more sense when you get the perspective of a recruit. So I appreciate you saying that. What about defensive line coach Jamar Cain? That's a guy that he's brand new here. A lot of us here are getting to know. So tell us what you learned about him.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Coach Kane, he's really knowledgeable when it comes to the game of football. And actually, I had a pre-existing relationship with him. He recruited me in high school when he was at Arizona State. So I kind of know him a little bit. Yeah, he's a cool guy, real laid back. You know what I'm saying? He just knows what he's talking about.
So how different – look, because it was just a year ago you were going through this process as a freshman, or you're coming as an incoming freshman. So how different or was it different going through the process as a high school player and as a transfer?
I mean, well, you know, my senior year, I mean, that's when COVID hit. So I never really got to take any official visits.
Wow.
So this is my first time doing that. But this time, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't really into all of the cute stuff anymore. I just needed to get there. Let's talk business. Let's talk ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really a business decision this time. So all the fancy stuff and taking pictures, I mean, that was fun and all. But I was liking when it was time to sit down and actually watch tape with the coaches and things like that.
Okay, let's talk ball. I love that. So when I look and some of your highlights, and I look at 6'1", 280, is that about where you're weighing right now, 280-ish?
Yeah.
So where do you factor in on this LSU defensive line?
I think just, you know what I'm saying, being having that pass rush presence in the middle, you know what I'm saying, putting pressure on the quarterback, and obviously being strong enough to be effective in the run game, you know what I'm saying, just being the extra force in the middle for him.
Are you a 3-down lineman?
Absolutely.
Okay. So did they talk to you about coming in as a starter, as a part of the rotation on the interior? How did they talk about using you?
You know what I'm saying? They got to learn every single player. You know what I'm saying? It's a new coaching staff, and you don't want nothing promised to you. So spring ball, I'm going to get a chance just like everybody else to work and earn a starting spot.
So you said spring ball. So when are you going to get to campus?
Within the next few days.
Okay. So I know the last day to enroll in the semester, I believe, is a week from today, the 27th. So you will be going through spring. So what else? So when you looked at film with the coaches, did you watch your film or did you watch maybe, I don't know, would you watch Notre Dame film? Would you watch Kansas City Chiefs film? Like, what did you watch?
Me and Coach Kane sat down. We watched a little bit of my film, and then we watched a little bit of his film in Oklahoma, with how he coached the guys and the different techniques he teach. So he was learning me, and I was learning him.
What stood out to you?
Just him letting his D lineman get vertical. You know what I'm saying, and just disrupt stuff in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? They got the technique, but he let them get off the ball and hit somebody in the mouth for real.
You're a pass rusher.
Yes, sir.
You're an interior pass rusher. There's no doubt. Hey, man, you had a pick six as well, man. What did it feel like rumbling for a score? By the way, it's from about 40 yards out, man. That wasn't a cheap one either.
Man, honestly, I was tired when the whole team started rushing and stuff. I'm just like, man, back up. I'm trying to go to the bench. I was tired.
That's good, man. Mekhi Wingo is our guest, Missouri transfer defensive lineman. I hope he'll be here in a couple of days, part of this LSU transfer class. All right, I want to ask you about Robert Steeples. Again, you got to keep in mind, Mekhi, like, this is all new for us too, man. This is a whole new coaching staff, so we're learning these guys who've only been here. So, I mean, you know way more about him than we do. For those that don't know, Mekhi played for Robert Steeples in high school. First of all, how about his sort of meteoric rise from high school to the NFL and now here at LSU? What is it about him that's so impressive?
Man, he's just a man of character. You know what I'm saying? He's also a great coach, but he knows how to motivate a group of young guys. That's his biggest thing, and he knows how to get through to us and display his message to us, and it's easy for us to pick up on what he wants us to do. So that was the biggest takeaway I got from him in high school. And he just works harder. Like, I've never seen anyone work as hard as him. So when he got the opportunity to coach in the NFL, it wasn't surprising to me at all.
So he was on campus for your visit, yeah?
Yep.
So how much of an influence was that? I mean, that your high school coach is here to make that more comfortable for you to make this decision?
I mean, it's definitely cool having family down there, but honestly, he didn't really try to recruit me at all. He was just educating me on the things, you know what I'm saying, the defense that's going to be ran and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, I've been knowing him for too long, so he wasn't really the recruiter type with me. He was honestly on his visit with me. It was his first time being on campus.
That's so crazy. But you see my point, though, man. It's like, it's so new for everybody here right now as we're all kind of figuring it out together. So you didn't obviously get to meet Matt House, the defensive coordinator. Have you spoken to him?
No, I haven't spoken with him yet, but I've been communicating with him through Coach Kane and Coach Kelly. Okay.
So did they give you a sense of stylistically what he wants to do? I'm sure they did. You said y'all talked a bunch of ball.
His plan is to run a multiple front defense, but coming out with a base 4-man front, switching to a 3-man front and things like that.
I hear you, man. So what are you going to study at LSU?
Communication.
Oh, nice. Well, you're talking to a Mass Comm alum here, major, so if you ever need an internship, holler. Happy to have you up here to the studio. All right, the most important question then, what did you eat? If like it was between LSU and the chicken and waffles at Southern Cal and you don't like crawfish, what did they feed you?
I mean, LSU, I had some catfish, some fried chicken, cornbread, had some green beans. I had this little Cajun pasta. It was good.
Like pastelaya?
I don't even know what it was. It was just like, I don't know, man. It was good, though.
Good. Well, did you get any blackened alligator?
I did taste some alligator, and it was good.
See? All right, man. We're checking boxes, but we're going to get you on some crawfish in the spring, all right? That's got to happen. And I know it's a lot of work, but, man, bull crawfish, there's nothing quite like it. So we'll make sure that happens in the spring at some point. Hey, safe travels down here. I would assume you're home right now. Thanks for a couple of minutes, and good luck this year, man. We'll be in touch, all right?
Yep, thank you. I appreciate you for having me on.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.